Like,
You the
wasa
two of
ni
them.
yeti. Ah,
What the- how do you say fired up?
ooh, someone's spicy today.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see, fired up. Fired up. Shirley, does anything come to mind? Feeling fired up?
No.
Let's let's try. Okay, I'll try some examples. Excited. Okay, there's this one that's kind of fun. Um, Ach, tuwu kinde wudikin. To be overjoyed. So let's look at that one in the Tlingit Verb Dictionary. I want to go excited, not crazy. That's not the one I want.
Mhm.
I'm going to start on the Lingit side. Keen. Underline K. Okay, let's zoom in. I don't see it in the verb dictionary. Do you have any background information for us? What's inspiring you to be fired up?
Um, advocacy work.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
I just gave a 15-minute presentation. Well, it ended up being like 23 minutes, I think. Presentation to the Prince of Wales Health Network and about the recovery ecosystem that I've been working with the Organized Village of Kasan to like develop this strategic business plan. And I went in there and there was she couldn't print off my notes, so I didn't have my notes, and my anxiety was going. And then I was like, I got this, I can do. And I did it, and I was so freaking proud of myself.
Whoa. So how did you come around from being nervous to feeling confident? What helped you?
So I played one of my favorite songs first. Um, and then we listened to like a shared kind of like grounding video that
Hmm.
was like really calming, and we were like, breathe together.
Mm.
Um, and then I did my presentation, and then we had a conversation. And at the end, I closed it with a story and a song. And it was just like, it was so, I don't know, I was like, I just went into the administrative assistant's office afterwards and laid on the floor, like in starfish position. And I was like, oh my God, I did it.
Awesome. That is so cool to hear. Shirley, did you ever get nervous for public speaking or presentations?
Uh, only when I go to the senior um, meetings in Juneau. They have all the elders get together and to have a discussion about certain things. And because I'm up here by myself, nobody to talk to, it's really hard for me to get going. So, but I can do it after I listen to different speakers. It kind of begins to kind of come back, you know.
Mm.
And so we get all settled, and they say, the first speaker we want to call on is Shirley Kendall from Anchorage. So here I am, stuttering, stammering, uh, because I'm beginning the whole thing. And I'm really struggling to remember words or phrases. And that really, really gets to me. Otherwise, I don't really get that nervous, get real excited about certain things that is being done by the group that I'm working with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Super cool to hear from both of you. I used to get that way after teaching when I started teaching, because I would be nervous, like, oh, am I going to say the right thing? Do I know what I'm talking about? And then putting a lot of energy into, speaking in front of people. Afterwards, I always felt like I want to go hide in a dark room for a couple minutes. Oh, goodness
Yeah, I
gracious.
did. I've had times when after I got through, I would wish that I could have done more. I could have done better kind of thoughts, you know.
Hmm.
So um, just because you're used to speaking doesn't always mean that you're that prepared. At least for me, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, and I'm sure that uh, preparing to be allowed to speak, I uh, I got a call one time years ago. It was it was from the airport. They said we forgot to let you know that we have a ticket for you to go to Nome. And I said, "Oh, really?" And they said, "Yeah, yeah, we're going to leave the ticket here at the airport, and come as soon as you can."
Oh.
So I said, "Okay." So I grabbed the bag and went out there, got the ticket, and went to Nome. I got there, and they were already talking, having a meeting. There was a big ring, a circle of natives that were listening, and the the people that were conducting the program just got through speaking to them.
Hmm.
And I picked up the program to see what was next, and here it was, uh, the announcement. Shirley, Shirley Kendall, attorney. What?
Whoa.
They mistaken me for uh, Shirley Kendall Miller, who was
Oh,
a famous attorney.
yep. I know
So,
her.
yeah, so here I was, with my mouth wide open. I was supposed to give a presentation on the law, and so the people that were giving the presentation left, and I was announced as an attorney. So I went out and I was trying to think about what I could talk about, and uh, all the ladies slid down from the chairs to the floor to sit on the floor where they were more comfortable than sitting on a chair.
Oh.
So here I was, you know what to say. Then I remembered we just finished a very detailed study of the regulations and laws of Johnson O'Malley.
Hmm.
I gave that presentation about the ins and outs of the Johnson O'Malley law that was for educational use for uh, the people in Alaska. So turned out okay. So after I finished, I said, I'm getting out of here. So I
Oh,
flew back right away. And
yeah.
uh, what's her name? Heather Kendall.
Hmm.
She probably got paid for what I did. Probably
Whoa, girl.
probably wondering, oh, what did I do to get this? I
Whoa.
never said anything about it. I didn't know I wasn't a lawyer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is wild. I'm so proud of you. I don't even know what I would have done in that moment.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah, it was crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Wow. You basically turned that into an opportunity to like do volunteer work for somebody.
yeah.
I guess that's a good way out. I mean, yeah. Now that you told me that happened to you and that you followed through with it, I feel like I could do anything.
Good.
Yeah.
At that moment, I didn't know if I did, but the what was good about it was that the people that were in that ring were really interested in the Johnson O'Malley because that program is run and by a lot of people. They don't because it's so detailed uh, regulation that you don't study it, and it just so happened uh, a week or so before we were criticized for not knowing, really knowing the Johnson O'Malley laws and regulations. So we studied it, every detail. So it turned out okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is so fascinating. I just have to, can I just say some things?
Yeah.
Um, I just want to give it up to the creator and the great spirit, right? For just like bringing all of this full circle and together. I'm just in awe.
Phone keeps ringing.
Oh,
Oh,
you're cut
sorry.
out.
Yeah,
No,
it's my,
I'm
my
having a
phone
little
just went
emotional
off.
overwhelm. I got to breathe through for a second.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're with you.
Hey, well, I should put the phone here. No, I can answer it. No. Yeah.
I actually didn't even know anything about the Johnson O'Malley laws, which is crazy because, like, I mean, that must be Alaska specific, surely?
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
not. It's national.
And it's related to like youth education.
Yeah. That
That's so, like,
they get give you money to run certain programs for children, a school age, I think. But it is a very specific and very detailed uh, regulations. So
okay.
uh, yeah, it was interesting.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's so interesting because I have a master's degree in education and I have never heard of that. I mean, or unless like I heard of them and they didn't focus on them, but like I I've heard Johnson O'Malley, like I've just heard that name like thrown around, but I never knew like what it was actually was. So I'm gonna go research and study that. But I wanted to tell a funny story about I grew up here and then I moved down to the lower 48 and graduated high school from Anacortes, Washington. And 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 so I always had anxiety and I I knew that I had something to say. Like I got something to say, but I get so nervous in front of people, I would just like shut down and like go hide in a corner. I didn't want to be the center of attention in the spotlight. And then if I did try to get up and say anything, I would just like get this overwhelming anxiety, like panic attack. So like my big idea in high school to battle my nervousness was to join the debate team. And so I don't even remember what the topic was that I was supposed to be debating. All I remember, like I was like I had no idea what I was doing. I was totally overwhelmed. We went to this debate competition. I felt like totally unprepared. I walked out on stage and I was getting ready. I was supposed to be giving like my opening statement. I opened my mouth and just like tears just started streaming down my face. I couldn't even breathe and I just ran off the stage, and that was the end of my debate career.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, no, this is not how to overcome anxiety. This is like
yeah. The cricket women, they expect us to be speakers, and have actually a program that was called the Alaska Native Sisterhood Juniors, and we, as in our youth, we used to hold meetings and could actually conduct meetings uh, among ourselves. And then we were also taught uh, to work to raise money for our program by selling pies. The, the women would make pies, and we would sell it, a cup of tea and a slice of pie for
Mm,
25 cents.
yum.
Yeah. And there used to be a lot of men that came. We would just pour the tea and serve the pie.
Hmm.
And we collected money like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had a lot of training to be upfront to face the music. Uh, it was a struggle because we had to know the rules about holding a meeting, things like that.
Mm,
It was done. It was uh, in high school. I can't remember being asked to make any presentations. I don't remember.
hmm. So cool, though. Yeah, I guess there's all sorts of tools out there to help us overcome. Public speaking is like one of the biggest fears in the world and stuff, and it's legitimate. I feel it for real. Yeah, there
Yeah.
definitely are things you can do. Well, it's fun to see you guys again. Um, that's fun jumping right into our discussion, but we this is what we wanted for today. So welcome back to class. It's Thursday, October 21st, and we want to keep it like this today, just coming back together, having discussions. Um, we want to hear, if anyone didn't share yet, if you went to AFN, how was it? And Shirley offered to share her experience about her engagement at AFN this year. And if we don't spend the whole time discussing and talking, then we do have stuff prepared for us to revisit our content, our vocabulary. We have an edit for our knock knock dialogue. This thing's just going to keep getting better and better as we fine tune it and add lines. And so, yeah, I don't want to take us too far off track from our discussion because we can kind of keep this going. But as we mentioned last week, we took a break from class so that anybody wanting to engage with the annual convention of the Alaska Federation of Natives could. This is a picture that I took off the AFN Facebook page. This is my friend Ben Malat. He is the president of AFN. Um, and Shirley offered to, yeah, share what she learned in a discussion about the stewardship of the land and sea. Shirley, do you want to start us off with that?
Yeah. I thought I would start off to give you time to think if you attended uh, on the computer and watched and listened to the whole thing. That's all right because I did that one day. I attended the meeting with my pajamas and my cup of coffee and cereal bowl sitting here while I listened. but I got there. I think it was Friday afternoon. In the morning, I just watched online, and then when they took a lunch break, I got ready and I went down, hoping to meet with some other Clinkets to find out what was going on. But that didn't happen. There was a panel that represented individuals from all over Alaska, but I'm talking about natives, and they were talking about various subjects. It turns out that they were their all of their concerns had to do with the environment, both the land and the sea. So it was very inspiring to me to hear that we were all really excellent caretakers of the land and the sea, and the way that we responded to different things that went on in our area. Uh, and we were very careful about uh, uh, damaging or doing things that would damage the environment. So uh, the discussion, each person took a turn to talk about their area, and they talked about fishing. And there was one lady that I really agreed with. She was talking about the Fish and Game setting a date for the start of fishing. June 16th, I think that's the famous date.
Hmm.
And I said before in this class, I think, that they uh, Fish and Game, they don't notify the salmon when they're supposed to arrive. Sometimes they come late, or sometimes they're earlier than June 16th.
Hmm.
So they forget to notify the salmon. And that's exactly what this lady said. She said, how do they know? We what they did was they watched the trees, the leaves, and the wind, and the uh, all kinds of different things in order to kind of predict when the salmon is going to arrive, because they always arrive at different, sometimes early, sometimes late.
Hmm.
Uh, and the other concerns were in regards to the forest. And it turns out that we all had the same attitude about the care of the land, how we used it, and the respect that we had for it. We, and the ocean, the where the fish, I think, in regards to my parents, they where the fish goes up the river, they make sure it's all clear so the fish can get up to where they spawn. So if the beaver built his house to dam up the water, they had to go and break it up so
Oh.
the fish can go through,
Hmm.
and make sure the river is clear, like broken or trees that fall into the river. All those can be cleared, or just to make sure that the path is clear for the fish to go through.
Wow.
And we never take fish from the river. We never did. We always got fish that was on their way to the river. And the fishes, the salmon changes as it gets into the river, loses a lot of things that you want to have for when you work with the fish. So it's just it just really brought home to me that throughout the state of Alaska, we all had a big concern, and I wish that the Tongas and the Fish and Game and those kind of people were listening in on this particular discussion.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Gunnar, geez. Yeah, that's new to me. About clearing the river. That's super cool to hear. I know when you mentioned the seasonal indicators, like watching the trees and wind, one thing that came to mind for me was that when I was in Caltech one summer, I was out walking with my auntie and she was like, "Look, girl, what is that?" And there was like a big yellow monarch butterfly, and she called it a king salmon butterfly.
Ah,
And yeah, and she's like, "You know why?" I was like, "Why?" And she goes, That means the fish are in the river. They're swimming to us."
yeah. Apparently, king salmon caught in the river is different than salmon that's going to spawn. I don't,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making a statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the king salmon that we used to catch in Caltech would be really, really rich and oily. Super good. But we're not that far up the river, so it was still pretty shiny. Any thoughts or questions from you guys?
Uh, Tell us about the friends you saw and what the sales were and anything else that you want to share with us. It doesn't have to be about the politics. I was interested in the politics,
This
but
is
a
Sansa
lot of people
Yaish.
are.
Oh.
A lot of people are not. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I, uh, Shakshani Keek, I heard your name a lot when I was at AFN on Thursday and especially Friday when on Cheech Kwan performed.
Oh yeah, yeah, uh,
They they're amazing.
yeah, uh,
I I went up there with my dance group here from Juneau, Yeast Ku'u, Nancy Barnes, Manson Doga. She's our dance group leader. I think we had 15, 18 of us that were able to make it to AFN. Um, and it was so amazing. We were the last performance at I think 9:30 at night on Thursday.
oh yeah,
Um, it's such a big hall. I think that's the biggest performance or the biggest venue we've ever performed in. It's bigger than Centennial.
yeah,
And I know Alicia Marvin and Maria Williams, who are with on Cheech Kwan.
yeah.
And I went down to say hello to them on Friday night. They started Koyana night on Friday night. I don't know if you saw them.
Uh,
Um,
we tried to tune in, but
wow. Well,
it says watch the dance, but there was nothing.
Hmm.
There was,
oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, yeah. We were too. Uh,
Gee, I went down there to take pictures of them while they were putting their moccasins on. And then they saw me and they saw I still had like my vest and my hat on and they said, "Come on, dance with us." And
yeah,
so I got to dance twice at AFN.
yeah.
on that was so much fun. The crowd was even bigger on Friday night, especially for the start.
Yeah,
And then
they got them started first because of all the small children. The children uh, can't wait up, because they were the special dancers for the group.
Mm.
So they allowed them to go first and be the start.
Hmm.
it's a good thing because we went late. I think I was there till about 11:30. All the dance groups were amazing. We um, sat down in front of the very front row. We just sat on the floor and we were just a few feet away from the stage. And so many amazing dance groups were there. Um, boy, yeah, it was just really incredible. We had so
Hmm.
much fun.
Yeah,
Hmm.
There was a invitational, I remember. I don't know how to dance like the Northern dance groups. I don't know if the invitation was supposed to be extended to Southeast, but I went up there anyway. I was the only one wearing a cedar hat.
uh,
And they do a lot of stomping, and that was really fun. Yeah, really special to be with your dance group up there. They're doing amazing.
yeah. They work really hard.
You can tell. The songs that they did, I knew a lot of them from Eagle Raven. They sing a lot of Cogwanton songs.
Yeah,
And so I dance with Eagle Raven here too. That's Jackie Pata's group. And so we do a lot of songs from Deishu, a lot of Cogwanton songs. And
yeah,
so luckily it was easy to keep up, except for two songs. One was the butterfly song I didn't know. What
yeah.
was the
That's
other one?
true.
Yeah. There's one other that they composed I didn't know.
Yeah, I think it was it about the unicorn?
Uh,
I think, yeah, yeah. They said we're making up a song about unicorn. I said I don't know anything about it, so you just go ahead.
Oh, they must be doing that for Clara May.
Hmm. Hmm.
I didn't go into the area where they sold things just because I was just too busy with politics upstairs.
Hmm. Well, I did. While you were busy watching politics, I went down to the fair. That's the
yeah.
only thing I did. And I'm just gonna come out clean with it after all the hype I did. Oh, get involved with, I told everyone to go. I stayed home and worked on a project, but I did go to the crafts fair to see my auntie. Um, so I have some pictures of that up on the screen right now. But this is my auntie Monica Rydell in the lower right. She's my dad's sister. And she's doing a parka revival for our EAC side of our heritage. And she gave me one. So she gave me this red and black parka that she
Wow.
made that I'm wearing. I wasn't expecting her to, but when I showed up to say hi, she gave me this, and it was really special. Um, and she shared a booth with her son, my cousin Liam, and Liam's doing form line artwork revival for EAC culture, which is I really, really like his work. Um, he did my logo, my updated logo, but you can kind of see in the background of me and his wife here. There's like he brings sort of like a rock and roll element to it on his work, which makes it really unique. But these are all his prints in the back too. But yeah, that
Beautiful.
was yeah, that was fun. So
So the parka revival, I noticed it is a little bit different. For sure, the pattern in the front is much different, and the pockets look cut different. And
Hmm.
can you tell us a little bit more about it?
I can tell you she made okay, so she made the sleeves out of this kind of scuba gear, which was sort of a modern adaptation. It makes it a little stretchier and a little bit water
Hmm.
resistant. Um, and then she did this trim around the hood that she always does for her parkas. Um, but yeah, the I she calls it the princess seam that she does to kind of make it form fitting. And then, like you said, the hem around the edge, um, it just opens up a little bit. And actually, last year at AFN, she organized a parka parade to showcase all the artists from different regions and cultures. And that was kind of fun to hear her talking about all the different styles and stuff too.
Yeah, it's amazing how different ideas they have, but you end up with a recognizable item of Alaska. So it's really great. I was at a meeting there where they had a parade of all the different parkas, and of course, because I can't see, I probably didn't enjoy it as much as the rest of them. But I listened to the descriptions that they had. So
Nice. Yeah, did anybody else make it over to AFN either for the talks or the crafts fair or cultural showcases?
you missed a lot if you didn't participate.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that was really offered everything to everybody's interest. Uh, I heard there was a lot of freebies on the second floor. The medical team usually puts out a lot of stuff in the hospital.
I didn't make it down, but I did watch online. I hope to make it down next year.
They alternate, don't they? They used to.
They
Yeah.
used to, but I heard it's going to be in Anchorage next year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they used to go to Fairbanks.
Yeah, it used to be every other year, but this year was Anchorage. I feel like last year was also in Anchorage.
Yeah, it's been in Anchorage for a while now.
Hmm.
The panels were interesting. I actually listened to those daily.
Nice. Did you have a
What,
favorite
what,
one?
ooh. I would have to say the fishing. That's always a big talk. I may not make it home to the southeast a lot, but I hear a lot of talk about the fishing, and I think that one grabbed my attention the most. I like it how each region, how they're all working together.
Nice. Yeah, that's important because all our waterways are connected.
I've always heard that if we get a lot of sockeye up here, then there's fewer in southeast. But then southeast gets a lot of sockeye. We don't get very much up here, so I don't know if it's a pattern or what. I never really heard anybody say anything about it, but it's just my observation.
Yeah. Anybody else have thoughts on that or anything you want to chime in about AFN?
Nilatoga, did you buy any earrings?
I did not. I was on a strict budget since I just bought my first home. And yeah, I even waited. I wanted to go see my auntie at the crafts fair, but I waited till it was almost closed because I was like, man, I just can't go in there right now. I gotta be disciplined.
Well,
I didn't go to AFN, but I did just buy some really fire earrings from Randy Braz at Kasan Trinkets. Oh my gosh, that girl, like she's an amazing jewelry artist. They're these like
Oh,
good.
copper wire, like hammered copper wire shields, and they're like long and dangly with like, oh my gosh, they're so cool.
ooh.
I
Good
bought some
stuff.
really pretty sea otter earrings. My friend Noreen was watching my dog while I was at AFN, so I got her a pair of those to bring back. Uh,
Awesome.
Is that Noreen Otness?
uh,
Hey, I love her.
she's beautiful.
Fun. Next year, I'll save up for next year and I'll go hit the fair.
Congratulations on a new home, though. That's huge.
Thank you. All right. Well, we got 15 minutes left, and we did have some questions. I don't know if you guys remember, but the week before last, people asked questions about the language. Um, I don't see those students here today, so we'll probably work on them. But do you guys have any other language questions that you either thought of over the week or on your mind now?
Or comments.
Hmm.
I'm
Um,
still working on trying to translate. We're going on a adventure.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
I got lost in the dictionary, so
Yep, that'll happen.
I
I
Well,
got,
sure.
uh,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, when we get finished with that one, I'm wondering if you might be able to help me. I received a new Tlingit name from my clan at
Oh,
Ganach Tedi Kuik on Saturday. And
wow.
wow.
yeah, it's a really old name, and the spelling that I got from my clan leader doesn't look like anything I'm familiar with. And I'm wondering if maybe I could get some help spelling that, or if anyone was familiar with the name at all.
Can we hear you say it? We can practice it.
Sansa Yaish. Sansa Yaish.
It's yeah, issues. And it's a Ganach Deidi name.
Uh,
So it would be Sansaya Ish. So the Ish is separate.
Okay.
Sansaya is a separate word. The face of Ya is face.
Oh, yeah. And then Ish is father.
Yeah.
Sansaya Ish.
You know what Sansaya is? Sansa is S S-double-A-N.
Uh-huh. Sansaya.
Ya is face of.
Like,
So it must be a place or something.
that could be.
Just to remember, it's two words.
Okay.
Sansaya ish. This will be fun to look up. I wonder if we can find this Sansa part, if that might be a place name like you mentioned, or and then surely when a name has ish at the end, does that usually mean that like if they're the father of someone, does that usually mean that there was someone with the other name?
Yeah. They use it to like uh Tuxian Ish is uh father of foxes, but what that really means that he's the owner of a lot of foxes. So it could be father of or owner of something. So it might
Oh.
be Sansaya is and you own that place.
Oh.
So
Oh, that's cool. I had never realized that.
So Ish could be the owner of or from that place.
father of could simply be father of Sansaya. So, but we don't know what that is yet.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like she said, an example would be Shukshian Ish, literally means father of foxes. Could be that that person owned a lot of foxes.
One thing that was told to me was that this was from the strongman story. And let's see,
Mm-hmm.
Thea Zuboff's husband was Woodworm, and he wore that strongman pattern, and that was the um, pattern for this name.
Hmm.
And so the
Okay.
pattern, Shakshani Ki, uh, is a beaded pattern of the man pulling the seal in half. And that's here. Let me see if I can show you on my phone. Kind of looks like that.
Oh.
That's the back of a vest, I think.
Uh-huh.
So kind of a classic strongman motif.
Whoa.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Um, I heard Thea Suboff.
Uh,
You mean Thea Brown?
yeah, that could be the same
Her
one.
her married name is Brown.
Huh.
She's still alive.
I don't know the whole family, but I know like Anna Ellers Brown. is Ganaktedi.
Thea Brown used to be Thea Zuboff, and she's Deshitan of Angoon. So maybe there's another Zuboff family.
Yeah, it's a pretty prominent family in Angoon.
Yeah, that is a great, well-known family. Mr. Zuboff, I kind of remember him from my youth.
I could also ask Alan Zuboff.
This is so fascinating. We only have 5 minutes, just a quick time
Oh,
check, but
wow. What is
yeah,
that?
I know. I just want to let you guys know that I'm kind of snooping around in this book, Shuka, which was edited by the Dauenhauers. And so I'm gonna have to familiarize myself with the strongman story. But it's in this book as told by Frank Johnson, so that will be
Oh,
fun.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I did was go to the Hashuka copy that I have and read that story.
Nice.
The main character is Daktul.
Uh-huh.
I think that's how you say it.
Uh-huh. Uh, that's pretty cool. Shirley, isn't that the speaker we had, the guest speaker who shared that story about the totem pole? Wasn't that Duk?
Uh, that's a story that I used a lot to tell about the big sea lion
Uh,
and the fact that the young man was kind of looked down on by his I don't know if it was his siblings or the other boys that were in that being raised in that family, where he figured out how to build his strength up, and they called him Blackskin in English translation, uh, for the same reason that Cinderella was criticized for having cinders on her face and clothes, too close to the fire, open fire.
oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, this was an interesting discussion. It's definitely getting my gears turning for our next couple of weeks together. Um, but let's revisit these discussions, and I haven't forgotten about the other question regarding let's go on an adventure, and Shirley and I have some thoughts for that as well. But
Uh,
yeah, so just uh-huh.
I have a comment about the feeling like being on fire. Tutakawaganiyah yati.
Oh.
Tutakawagan yati. It's like a fire inside of me.
Oh, atut akawa ganyahyati. It's like a fire inside me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you post the link to the slides again, please?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. And here's the phrase that Shirley just taught us. Let's do
So
share.
exciting. I'm gonna update my formal introduction and add some things to it. And that's gonna
Okay.
be one of them. Because
Wow.
I'm fired up.
Nice.
And it was a very descriptive feeling. So thanks for sharing it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna see for being here.
Okay. All right, you all. Have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you here on Thursday at the same time. Good night, cheese.